purpose of Summer Night Lights is to reduce violence in our most impacted communities here in the city of Long Beach and to promote healthy youth development with teenage youth, to reduce incarceration and to really promote healthy lives for our youth here in Long Beach. Summer Night Lights was implemented in 2010. It was a response in our community through the Building Healthy Communities initiative, really addressing the budget economic crisis that we're experiencing not only in Long Beach but across our nation. Facing no summer school during the summertime, lack of safe spaces for our children to go to, lack of meaningful programs for our youth to be engaged in, and really just responding, trying to be proactive and put some prevention in place before we would see some of the things that happened during the summer, when violence is the most peak time when violence happens in our communities. The program runs from July 9th to August 31st, which we know is the peak time during the summertime when violence happens in these communities. Temperatures are high, no summer school, lack of adequate programming. I think this year is going to be our best year. We've really put in place the best service providers here in the city, working in partnership with our local city departments, with our library services, with our community-based organizations, and with our community leaders. After Summer Night Lights, we want to continue to advocate for year-round after-school programming. We understand the importance of safe places, meaningful activities for our youth to be engaged in and go to. We definitely need to really address the whole cradle to prison things that are happening here in Long Beach and across the state. I don't know if you know, but we have one of the highest incarceration rates amongst our youth here in the city of Long Beach. We have a high representation in the juvenile justice system, in the prison system, coming from Long Beach. How do we put prevention in place and really address those issues here locally in our community? And how that's done is through initiatives like Summer Night Lights, through initiatives like after-school programming, Head Start programs, higher education opportunities and mentoring programs. I know it's a cliche. They say, an ounce of prevention gives you a pound of cure. But, it's really true. And so, we need to show our kids and our children that we care about them. And by caring about them, we invest in them. And it's cheaper to invest than later to see what the high costs are. We know that to go to college is cheaper than to house a person in prison. We know that the majority of our young men and boys of color in prison, have really low literacy rates. Why? Because, they weren't involved in meaningful programs as youth and young men. We really need to see build and help some of our school systems here, and looking at some of our schools as to how do they have after-school programming that focuses on higher education and tutoring and mentoring. Those are the missing gaps. So we need to keep diligent. It's a village that really needs to be proactive in looking at how do we care for our children. And it's in no longer can be we don't have the budget to do that. We have to do it. We have to find the money to do it. And it's a time to be creative. It's a time to really let the silos go. It's all about our communities, it's about our youth, and it's about our parents, and really helping those folks to succeed and providing equality and justice for those communities.